Hi everyone, this is your daily weather hazard briefing from the National Weather Service office here in Pocatello, Idaho for Wednesday, August 21st. Got some warmer temperatures still over the next couple days before we get to pretty big cool down headed our way this weekend, along with eventually some more rain and thunderstorm chances. But overall, we've got a couple of dry days today and tomorrow until we get into that. Speaking of drier days, we've got lower humidity, at least through Friday. Some gustier winds, those are going to start to pick up each afternoon, so we will likely have some critical fire weather conditions today. Those will be a bit more limited though, so no red flag warnings out at this time early on this Wednesday morning. There's a bit higher potential for that tomorrow, where we see kind of an increase in area, at least where we will see those critical fire weather conditions. Maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two up into the northern parts of the Central Mountains west of the Medina Pass, but it'll stay out of the Snake Plain and areas farther to the east, so most of us will stay dry today. And then we're looking at a pretty decent cool down as we get into this weekend, but that'll also come with a few more showers and thunderstorms. Here's a look at satellite this morning. You can see some of that cloud cover up through parts of the Central Mountains, but overall for most of us it's pretty quiet out there this morning. Our weather risk outlook grid shows a little bit of an uptick in our impactful weather conditions as we go through the next couple of days. Again, in part that is mainly due to those gustier winds and low RHs, which is leading to that increase in critical fire weather over the next couple of days. As we kind of get into Saturday and Sunday, we'll see cooler temperatures and more of those showers and storms across the area. Here's a look at our highs today. Still, again, plenty warm for most of us with highs in the mid-80s. Here's kind of that area where we have some of that fire weather concern. Again, the main area for that's probably going to be out across part of the Arco Desert. There'll likely be some time where winds and RHs line up briefly, but again, it's a fairly limited area this afternoon. Speaking of those RHs and wind gusts, here you can see those. A lot of us right around that 15 to 20% range, and then wind gusts as we get into the afternoon around 25-30 miles per hour for some of those stronger wind gusts out near Arco, Atomic City, and Mud Lake, while everyone else is pretty much kind of in that 20-25 mile per hour range. So we get into Thursday, temperatures creep up another couple degrees. A lot of us back into the upper 80s, even some low 90s. The fire weather outlook from the SPC again shows a little bit more coverage for some of that fire weather concerns, at least where things will kind of line up a bit better tomorrow over a larger area. That's where you can see more of us probably drop back down to about the 10 to 15% range for those min RHs, and wind gusts are going to pick up on Wednesday closer to 30 to 35 miles per hour gusts. As we get into the afternoon, again, this is going to be over a larger area, so a little bit better chance that we could see some red flag warnings out for tomorrow. As we get into Friday, temperatures will drop a couple degrees. This is ahead of our weekend system though, so we're still pretty warm. A lot of us with highs in the mid-80s. Min RHs will start to come up a little bit more, again ahead of that next system arriving this weekend, closer to about that 20 to 25% range for most of us. Still windy though on Friday. As we get into the afternoon, gusts will be closer to about 35, pushing closer to 40 miles per hour in some spots. But here's a sneak preview of the cooler temperatures headed our way this weekend. Yes, those will be highs in the 60s and low 70s across much of the area. So pretty solid cold front that's going to come through the area and again bring some showers and thunderstorms along with it. Sunday going to look pretty similar. So certainly a taste of fall headed our way as we get into this weekend. So that is a look at your weather over the next couple of days. Again, we're going to be keeping an eye on our critical fire conditions. It's a bit more limited today, higher potential, or at least a more impacted area as we get into tomorrow as those wind gusts continue to increase over the next couple of days. And then we can look forward to some cooler weather this weekend. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always find us on social media, the latest weather forecasts online, of course, and you can always give us a phone call or send us an email. Otherwise, have a great day.